Or let's bring in our Beirut correspondent, Layla Milana Allen, who's standing by. Layla, what more do we know at this hour?
Has officially won. He got 69 votes out of a possible 128, which is how many MPs there are. Now, they don't actually need to have a majority to nominate a prime minister. It's simply the person who gets the most votes, but he did actually get just over half. But one of the problems is that almost 50 MPs actually failed to designate anyone at all and essentially abstained. So he doesn't have a very strong mandate. This isn't a strong win. And what's happened with this designation today, we've seen two failed candidates over the past few weeks who had been considered and pulled out at the last minute. Many people wanted caretaker Prime Minister Saad Hariri to come back. And yesterday he said the second time he absolutely wouldn't. And what's happened with Hassan Diab is he is a man who's been nominated essentially by one of the two main alliances in the parliament. This is an alliance that's made up of Hezbollah and Amal, the two main Shia parties, and the FPM, the main Christian party, of whom President Michel Aoun is a part. And traditionally, this seat, Prime Minister, is meant to be reserved for a Sunni Muslim. It has to be on the sectarian power-sharing deal. And Hariri, who's held the seat for a long time, is from the other alliance of parliament. So there has been that balance. But with him pulling out, his alliance didn't have another candidate. And so when Hassan Diab came to the fore yesterday, they simply abstained most of Hariri's supporters rather than nominating anyone else. So what's happened now is that Hassan Diab, who is a Sunni Muslim, has won the premiership, but he is backed not at all by any other Sunni MPs. He got barely any support from the Sunni blocs in parliament. And so many people now saying, will this be, firstly, a legitimate prime ministership at all, given that he doesn't represent a lot of people in the parliament, got just over half the votes, will he be able to form a functional government? And also that this has driven even deeper the sectarian divides within this government at a time when people are clamouring for somebody to come forward and solve the economic and political crises in this country. Essentially, Hassan Diab's main qualification seems to be not his experience, he served once, but as education minister, not his ideas, not his plan for the country, but simply the fact that he was palatable to enough MPs and that he worked for this particular alliance in government. So very unclear whether protesters will be willing to accept this and whether the government will be able to make any changes, even though finally now, after more than 60 days, there is a new prime minister.
Layla Milana Allen, our correspondent in Lebanon, thank you very much. To a developing